All right, we are back. My name is Todd from Go2 Cards. Age of Overlord. Kind of broken through opening weekend. So what is happening with these cards? That's what we're going to look at. What cards should you be targeting now? What cards should you be waiting on to pick up later? We do have the results of the giveaway for the Anti-Zeus, and we're going to be giving away another Anti-Zeus as well as Cyber Dragon Quarter Century. So these are the giveaways for this week. So in order to be eligible for the giveaway, all you got to do is be subscribed to the channel and leave a comment. Also, hit that like button. It does help us out tremendously. If you are not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We would love for you to be a part of the community. This is what we do on this channel. We break down Yu-Gi-Oh sets before they release, during release, and afterwards. So, I'm going to bring you into the results for last week. We were giving away a playset of Darkhold Dragon and the Anti-Zeus. So here are the winners. The first winner is for the Anti-Zeus. It is Andy the Lagger, 2722. I love that name. It's absolutely hilarious. My wife calls me the Lagger. Anytime we're playing a game, she says if there's a lag in the game, it is me. That's a funny name. You got the Anti-Zeus. Congratulations. Send me your address to Go2Cards, the number 10 at gmail.com, and I will get that out to you. The second winner is for the playset of the Darkhold Dragons, and I don't even know how to say this. So I'm just going to say the first word and then I'll spell the rest. But it's Frank, UNODOSTRES. I think it's, wait, was that Uno Dos Tres? Yeah. It takes a little while for me. I think it's a Frank Uno Dos Tres 473. Frank Uno Dos Tres. There we go. Those are the winners. Congratulations to you two. Keep in mind the giveaway for this week. One person is going to win another Anti-Zeus, and another person will win the Cyber Dragon Quarter Century, which is absolutely beautiful, cool card. All right, let's jump into Age of Overlord. I'm going to bring you over to TCG Player. We'll get that up and rolling. Here we go. Wrong overlay. All right. So, opening week has passed. A lot of people going into Age of Overlord were saying, you know what? I'm going to wait on SP Little Knight. I'm going to wait for it to go down and see what happens. Well, it was sitting about $80 before we went into the opening week. And now it is sitting, gosh, you got one sitting here for about 83, and then it's going to jump up to 85-ish. Look, here's what I'm going to tell you on this card. And this card is super good. Like really, like meta-changing, game-changing. How we play this game has changed because of this card. It's not going to go down much. In fact, this card has the chance of following in the steps of cards like Apollosa, IP, Access Code, Baron. What do these cards all have in common? They were cards that you could splash into a lot, if not most decks, and they all went triple digits, 100 plus. This card has a chance of doing that. I would not wait on this card, in all honesty. I don't have any more. I've sold out. They're gone. I have no vested interest in telling you to buy the card now. You can go on our website. We don't have any more. I sold out of them last night. Hurt my soul selling this card for $80. But we did. We sold them for $80. I do not think that this card is going to go lower than 75 at the floor. And I think this card could see triple digits pretty easily. If you're looking at picking up this card, which, let's be honest, if you play Yu-Gi-Oh, you should be looking at picking up this card. And you don't have it right now, I would go in and get it. I know $80 is a lot. You might have to sell, a lot. You might sell a lot of cards. You might have to get rid of a lot of stuff. Sell some binders. Sell some organs. I don't know. But this is a card that every Yu-Gi-Oh player is going to want. We saw in the YCS this card was everywhere. This card, you just want it. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised if this card starts spiking up more and more and more. I would make sure that I have my copy. Second card that I want to talk about is the card that I told you to buy on pre-sales. Now, I know that this card dipped down to about $15, but that was a very brief window. If you got yours for $15, congratulations. It immediately got bought out. It is now around $25. You can see the hook. Well, you can't because my face is covering it. You can see the hook right here. Went down, jumped right back up. This card is now sitting around $23. This is not the ceiling of this card. Honestly, I can see this card getting bought out again and again and again. Like SP, this is a very good card that everybody can play in pretty much any deck. You're going to want this card, honestly. This is a great card. For $23, I think it's a steal. I really do. I told you it was a steal at $20. And at $23, I still think it's a steal. SP and the Anti-Zeus, you only need one of each of these. You could get two SPs, but you only need one. These are cards you just need. You need to stay relevant and up to the meta in this game. So I would be going in on this card as well. I think it's a great buy. It was a better buy at 20, but it's still, I could easily see this card 30. $35, $40 card. The only thing, honestly, the only thing keeping this card down is that it's an ultra and not a secret. But the playability, the usefulness of this card, the meta relevance of this card is the same as, it's not, I'm not going to say that it's the same as SP, but it's really, really good. And the fact that it's an ultra keeps the value down. But this card could easily see $30, $35, maybe even $40. I would be moving in on this card as well. Another card that I think is flying under the radar, and I told you about this card in early pre-sales. I told you that I think that this card is underrated. I still think the card is underrated. It's not just a Labyrinth card. It's basically a trap card. If you play a trap deck, you can play this card. And this card will search you a trap that you can set. This is a great card. Sitting here at like $13. About $14. I did not see this card going under 15. I really didn't. The fact that it's under 15 tells me this is a great card to buy. Not for everybody, but for those that play trap decks. I think this is a great card to buy, and there are a lot of relevant, semi-relevant trap decks out there. Trap Trick, Labyrinth, what's the one that they just kind of gave new support to? Altergeist is another one. If you play a trap deck, and there are lots of people that play trap decks, this is a card that is underpriced. It's a great card. I would be looking at Arius, the Labyrinth Butler, and who knows? Labyrinth, Labyrinth is a pretty good deck. I played against it several times over the last week. It's a very good deck. Can make some moves. So it's a great card I wouldn't sleep on. Okay, so maybe everything I've told you so far is too expensive. $80, $24, $14. Look, Synchro Rumble. I have been talking about this card since it came out. I think this is a fantastic card, and now's the time to buy it. Why? Why is now the time to buy it? It's 18 cents. It's 18 cents. I'm not telling you to buy an expensive card, but I would go in, I'd buy a playset of this card. This card is really cool. Target a tuner or a level 7 or 8 dragon synchro monster in your graveyard. So this would work with the new red dragon. This will work with Manadium. This works with a lot of different decks. I would be looking at this card for 20 cents. I think it's a great card. Super rare, coming out of Age of Overlord. This is definitely a card that I would just have a playset of it. Maybe it makes some noise, maybe it doesn't, but what's it going to cost you? Less than 60 cents? You could probably go to your locals, ask somebody, hey, do you have Synchro Rumble? Can you just give me one? And somebody will get, if you were at my locals, I would just give them to you. I think I have like 60 of them. I think I have 20. I have over 20 play sets of them. So this is just a card that is sitting in people's bulk. I would go in, I'd have people throw them in trades. I would just grab this card. I think it's a great card. The last card I want to talk about is right here. I've been talking about this card for quite a while too. The Darkhold Dragon Quarter Century. This card is absolutely beautiful, but when you print it in quarter century rare, it's amazing. I wouldn't know because I didn't pull it. I went into this set hoping to get 3 cards. A quarter century rare of the Anti-Zeus, which you saw me pull it in our case opening. A quarter century of SP, which I did eventually pull 5.5 cases in, but I did get it. I kept it. I kept both of those cards. They're absolutely amazing cards. And the Darkhold Dragon Quarter Century. This is the only one I did not pull. We pulled play sets of Quarter Century rares, but we didn't pull one of this card. But here's the good news on this card. You go down here, it's less than $30. It is already less than $30. Now, what I'm telling you is this is not a meta-relevant card. You might be able to play it in a couple decks. I've been trying to find a way to play it in Grand Maju. Yeah, there are a couple different decks that you might be able to play this card in. But chances are, if you want this card, you just want it because it's beautiful and it searches an iconic card. We know that the quarter century rares get bought out pretty quickly. $30 is not a bad price on this card. Could it go down to 25, maybe even 20? I don't see it hitting 20, but maybe 25. Yeah, it could, but it could also get bought out. It could also go back up to $50. If you want the card, $30 is not a bad price to pay on it. Again, not a meta-relevant card, but a really absolutely beautiful card. And if you don't know, the playmat, they have a playmat for this card, is absolutely amazing. That is a beautiful playmat. I want the playmat as well. I want it all. I love the look of this card. So this is a card just, maybe it's just for me, but I'm definitely after this card because we did not pull it. Those are some cards that I would be looking at from Age of Overlord. But if you go in here and you start looking at the quarter century rares, what you're going to see is SP sitting somewhere around 400, maybe a little bit less. The Anti-Zeus sitting around 150. I pulled 2 of this, sold the other one for 150. The rest of these are, that Wanted. We did not pull Wanted quarter century rare either. That card is pretty expensive, around $170. The Imsetis, I pulled 2 of those, sold those both for $90. These are kind of holding for right now, but when you get down here, there's a lot of sub 30 quarter century rares. I would be looking at, if you want some of these, picking them up. The Tistina, around sub 30. The Full Armor Dark Knight, sub 30. The TG card, sub 30. If you're interested in these are not bad prices for them. I think that the other Tistina is under 20. So if you're a Tistina player, you can max rarity your deck pretty cheap, because the support that there it is, 1850. The support for Tistina was not what we were hoping for, but just wait, because Goatee is just now getting another wave of support. Tistina will also get another wave of support. I got the whole Tistina deck sitting over here. I'm just sitting on it. I love the potential of the deck. I also have the whole Goatee deck sitting here, just waiting on it. That's what I got for you today. Again, subscribe to the channel. Try and win that Anti-Zeus, which we're doing another giveaway for it. My name is Todd from Go2 Cards, and I am out of here. I'll eventually get this, All right, I am out of here. For real.